This
So
conference will now be recorded.
Priyanka, did you practice? Do you have any questions, madam? You missed yesterday's class.
No, sir. I listened to the video, half of it, and I understood all the topics that you explained. I did not practice anything, sir.
Practice is important, madam. Then you're going to pile up. So it will be very difficult if you skip. The postponement is the very, very bad thing, right?
Today I will do it.
Procrastination is the thief of time. I hope you know this proverb, right? This maxim.
Yes, sir.
So remember, when you are postponing, remember this proverb. I'll do this same thing. That's why I'll sit how much time it is. I need to finish it. I won't postpone.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
That's the agendas we need to follow. Otherwise, it is keep postponing, and all will pile up, and you will skip and entirely will lift hands at some day. Should not going to happen. So then, okay. So let's move on to the next topic: increment and decrement operators. So what is this increment and decrement operators, and how these things will help us in the looping? Basically, in the looping or anywhere you want to increment and decrement your data, so then we are going to use this increment and decrement operators, right? So how can we use this? Let's see that. And let me show you the next thing: increment and decrement operators. This one. So what is increment and decrement operators? And increment and decrement operators are common operations in the Java code. So those are increment operator is represented as a ++ operator. What it does is, which adds a 1 to the current value of your variable, either integer or character variable, not for other types of variables. Only integer and character type is there. Then 1 ++ means +1 will add to the current value of your integer or character value. -- means it subtracts 1 from the current value, like integer or character variable you have. From that variable, if you use -, reduces 1 from that current value. That's a ++ and -- operator. ++ is called increment operator, -- is called decrement operator. Okay, so neither operator works on doubles, booleans, and strings. So very important point: these ++ and -- operators we should not use on double values, boolean values, string values. You have a data, double data type, boolean data type, string data type. You should not use these ++ and -- operators. Only you can use ++ and -- operators on what type of data? Integer type of data and character type of data only. Okay, so clear where to use ++ operator, where not to use, and what is meant by ++ operator and -- operator. Anybody having question on this before jumping into the program? See that I just created a one class and I declared one integer type of data, number 50. So display the value in number. So I'm just displaying before increment. I'm displaying the value of number variable. Now I'm incrementing. So increment, this is the number, the variable name. This is the integer type of variable name, ++, so that it increments the current number value. Now current number is 50. ++ means +1. 50 + 1, 51. It will become number value. So when this line executes, okay. Now the number value is number. Now you will get a 51 here. Now decrement number -, and display the value in number Now the number is, suppose now current number value is how much? What is the number value in the number variable currently?
51.
51. 51 minus 1, minus means minus 1. 51 minus 1, 50 you will get. So finally you will get 50 back. So this is the increment and decrement operator means. Are we clear? Anybody having doubt on this? So that's the increment and decrement operators. And increment and decrement operators have two forms. One is pre and post. In above example, we have used the post form of increment and decrement operator. Post means after your variable, you're using plus and minus here, right? See that after variable name, you're using plus. This means post increment. And this also post decrement. That's a post means. If you put this plus before your variable, that is called pre-increment. If you use minus before your variable, we call that pre-decrement. Okay, that's a two forms. So, and here pre-increment means plus the variable name, and post-increment means variable plus. That's a post-increment. And same way the decrement operator also. Minus number means pre-decrement, and number minus means post-decrement. Then what is the difference between pre and post? First we should understand. So now I have shown you how to you declare a pre-increment and post-increment, and pre-decrement and post-decrement. I have shown you both of them, right? Now both the pre and post increment operators increment the value of the variable by 1. Both increments will increment the value by 1. So current value plus 1 will do. That's the incrementation means. Always remember, always your value will increment by 1 for the current value. Similarly, the pre and post decrement operators decrement the value of the variable by 1. So the difference becomes apparent when the variable using these operators and on these expressions. So now let's see that. So what is the, understand here, what is a pre-increment and post increment and pre-decrement and post decrement? So let me give you brief examples. Suppose A and B are int variables, A equal to 5 and B value I'm assigning 10 plus A. First brackets inside it will calculate, right? That's what I told you guys, right? In the expression, first brackets inside. Plus A means first A value will update to 6. First, always remember, pre-increment means first the value will update. A value is 5. 1 plus 5, 6. It will become 6 here. Now 6 will participate in this with this 10. You will get a 16, the B value. That's the pre-increment. So to execute the second statement, this one, first the value of A is incremented to 6. That's a pre-increment means. So immediately value will be updated. The A value will be incremented to 1 and you will get a 6 value. Then 10 is added to 6 to get a 16. This one is, you will get a 6 here, and then that 6 will add to 10, then you will get a 16 that will store in the B. So then we are assigning this 16 to B. Therefore, after the second statement, the execute, A is a 6 and B is a 6. Before A was 5, but after execution of this line, A changes to 6 and B changes to 16. So that's how the pre-increment happens. A value immediately updating here itself. From 5 to 6 it is changing, and A value changes to 6 and B value changes to 16. On the other hand, after execution of, if A equal to 5, B equal to 10 plus A plus plus. But this A plus plus means what? is a post incrementation, right? Post incrementation. First, the value of A is added to 10. First, the value of A is added to 10, which is then assigned to B, which is then assigned to B. And here you can observe A is added to 10 first. What is the A value? 5. 5 will add to 10, 15 you will get, but not incrementing immediately here. So after this operation, then A value will increment. So which is then assigned to B. After execution of statement A is incremented. After execution of statement A is incremented later. So first A participate, A value 5. 5 will participate in this calculation. After this statement execution after, then only A value will update. A value will update to 6. Now B value will be 15 only here. And here B value you are getting 16 immediately. Why? Used plus plus operator. But here we used A plus plus, that means post increment we used. So after this statement execution, then A value changes to 6. So that is this concept. And now here A value becomes 6 after this statement, and B value is 15. So anybody having doubt here?
No, Ramesh.
Any questions? Sri Lakshmi? Lakshmi?
Good, sir. Can you please explain post increment one more time?
Yeah. Post increment means whenever you are using a post increment, first original value will participate, not going to increment. Now what is the original value here? 5, right? When you're using that A plus plus means 5 only will participate in the calculation. That is 5, 10 plus 5, 15 you will get. After this statement execution, then A value will increment 5 to 6. A value will change later, not at the incrementation time. It won't, the incremented value won't participate in the post increment. Post means after operation, after calculation, then you increment. You are saying that's a post increment mean.
Okay, sir.
Sir, sorry, you said every time you should add the inside the bracket like a plus 1, like a plus plus, like a 5 plus 1. You should add the. You said before, and every time you need to add the inside the bracket.
First, I didn't say every time you have to add. So what will happen here? Brackets will evaluate first. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Brackets will evaluate first time. Now what will happen here? A value won't increment to 6. First A value it will get 5 only here. 5 you will get here, the A value. Okay. 5 will go and here A plus plus place you will get 5 value. 5 will add to 10. After adding A value 5 to 10, then A value will increment to 6. After calculation is done, that statement execution is done, then A value will update to 6. That's a separately will perform. So not in this line, not in this line. Okay, not in this line will happen. But pre-increment time it will happen in the same line.
Okay.
That's the difference between pre-increment and post-increment. Pre-increment means okay, A value increment. That incremented value will participate in the calculation. But post-increment is not like that. Whatever the A value, original value will, current value will participate in the calculation. After that, the current A value will update to 6, or by 1 will add to the current value. So these two, if you can catch the difference, then you're good, right? So that's a post and pre-increment things. Still anybody having questions? So we'll go and write the programs, then we'll go for the loops. And without program, so that we cannot understand, right? So let's go and write increment and decrement operators demo. Okay. So now just declare your variable. So just take int a equal to 5, and I'm going to use first, so int b equal to 15 plus a. So you can say here I'll print before increment a value, okay, so that you can understand. So before increment, pre-increment, before pre-increment, a value is plus a. Then you can say after increment, after pre-increment a value, and now b values. Then you can execute this. See that a value is 6 and b value is 16. You will get it. See that? What happened? Okay, 15 plus 6, 21, right? That's correct. Okay, so b value is 21, and before pre-increment a value 5, and after pre-increment a value becomes 6. Now let me use post incrementation, post increment. So I'll take one more, int x equal to 2, right? So int y equal to 15 plus x plus plus, okay, x plus. So now print the same, okay, so let's print this. So before post increment, right, before post increment x value, and then after post increment x value is. Now here y value you can print it. So now y value is plus y, y. So this is the y value, and then just execute this now so that you can understand. Still x value will be here too, but here, so what I did here, 15 plus x I use, x plus plus I use it, post increment, right? This one, post increment. So only 2 participated with this 15. That's why we are getting 17. Not 3 is participating here. So in the 17th line, please catch that. So only after this calculation, then x value updated to 3. That's a post increment means. So previous value will participate in the calculations. Later, the value will update it to latest. So that's the pre and post increment. So let's use decrement operators. Suppose I'll use same x and y I'm using. A y value I will change to now. So current y values you know already. Maybe I'll use 10 plus minus x. So minus means already the x value is 3 here. The x value is 3 here. So the first 3 minus 1 will do, that is 2 you will get here. And then that will add to this 10. So you will get a y value now. Y value after pre-decrement of x now. So y value, it was different here, right? It is different with 17. Now I'm changing that to 10 minus 2, that is 8 you will get. So and x value you can see now the x value. So x value after pre-decrement. See that? Okay. Oh, plus we added, right? We are adding here, not d. So this value is decremented. Before it was 3, right? 3 minus 1, 2 it become, and 10 plus 2. Here you are getting a 2. So the 2 is participating with 10, that plus is doing. So that's why 12 you are getting y value. Before it was 7, but now we are getting a 12. And the x value change it to 2. Okay, the next. So any questions here? And now, so I'm doing y equal to 20 plus x minus minus. So this is the post decrement. Maybe I'll put in the print statement so that we can understand. So now the y value. Now the y value after post decrement plus y, and then the x value plus x. So now you see the values. So how it is changing. First see that it is participating the x value here. So directly first x value 2 is coming, not 1. Here you have already 2 before post decrement starts. 20 plus 2 is participating. Later it is decrementing 2 minus 1, 1. That's why you're getting 1 at the end. So post decrement always first operation will finish, then the value of that variable will update. That's the post and pre operations. Any questions before going for the loops? This concept is important for loops.
No, doctor.
Then let's move on to loops. So what is loops? Why do you need loops or iterators? So loops are used in programming to repeat a specific block of code until a certain condition is met false. Until your condition met false, the same block of code will repeat. If the condition is not becoming false, and it's never going to stop, and it's keep iterating. So because why you need these loops is you can avoid a lot of lines of code. That's one thing, and you can write optimized code with this. And another thing is same thing you want to repeat multiple times, and only loops is the option for us. Suppose you assume that I want to print 1 to 10. How can you print 1 to 10? In your console, you need to print 1 to 10, and how can you print? 10 times you need to print. System.out.println 1, system.out.println 2, 3, 4, like that, and so on, 10 times. Okay, 10 statements you created in the main method. If you want to print 1 to 100, will you write 100 print statements? Is it a good programming concept? It will take a lot of space and a lot of execution time also, right?
Yes.
Okay, execution means it will be quickly finishes, but thing is keep writing like that. Okay, user cannot stop there in the 10, 100 or 50, right? It's up to him. You want to print 500 like that, then how can you do that? So this all repeated task you can do with loops very effectively. So very effectively you can do that, and this loops or iterators only will help you effectively. One time only you can write the print statement. No need to write it 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, whatever you want. One time only will repeat. You will write the print statement. You will write the logic, which code you want to execute that many times, and then it will repeat. So that is this loops concept, and that's how loops or iterators is going to help us to do more effectively. And so main concept is repeat a specific block of code until certain condition met false. Until certain condition is met false, it will keep iterating. It will keep looping or iterating. So that can be achieved in many ways. One is we have while loop. So the while loop allows code to be executed repeatedly until a condition is satisfied. If the number of iterations is not fixed, it is recommended to use a while loop. You don't know how many iterations, you're not clear, then you can go for the while loop. Only you know condition, then you go for the while loop. And it is also known as an entry control loop. Entry control loop. In this article, we'll discuss how we can use while loop. So let's see here. This is the while loop body. While condition, curly braces starts and curly braces end. And on the top of this, you can initialize your value also, or you can write only like this also. If you don't want to initialize, directly want to start a condition. I told you condition means yesterday what are all the things you can give. You can write expression or you can write a Boolean value. Yesterday I have shown you in the conditional statements. If still you are not clear, go and check what is meant by condition, what you can write in the condition place. Either expression you can write or Boolean value you can write. So what is the statement? Read this. Until your condition met false, this block of code will keep iterating, keep executing, keep executing, keep executing. If the condition is false, then only that block of code is not going to execute. If condition is not false, keep repeating the code. Same code it will keep executing. That's the while loop. The condition will be about like this. If the condition returns true, this condition, while condition, this condition returns true, then the body of the while loop will be executed. When the body of while loop will execute?
When the true condition is written true.
If the condition is true, then only this loop body will execute. If the condition is false, then this block of code will skip automatically. In the body of while loop, the statements contain an update value for the variable being processed for the next iteration. Here, the value updation, post increment or pre-increment you can give here, and you can update the value of variable. Then it will go for the next iteration. So until this condition met false, and it loops continuously. If the condition returns false, then the loop terminates, which marks the end of its life cycle. So if the condition returns false, jump out of this while loop body. It won't enter inside the while loop body. Cursor doesn't go inside the while loop body. Okay, the syntax of while loop very clearly I'm giving here. Initialization, semicolon. While initialization means you use your variable, you can initialize. So what value you want to start? That's a starting part. You can declare a starting value with either integer or a character, right? And that value or a string value, whatever you want. Then while condition, the conditional operators you will use less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Anyone you can use. Then you write all logical statements here. Then you can use either increment or decrement operators here. The structure you remember: first initialization, then while loop, parenthesis, condition, condition after immediately curly braces, inside you will write your logic, then use third statement here after your logic. You can write either increment operator or decrement operator, and any one you can use. Okay, when I can use less than or equal to, when I can use greater than or equal to, when, which conditional operators I need to use, when. So remember one point: if the initialized value is a small value and in the condition you are going for the bigger value, that means ascending order, you want to iterate your values in ascending order, starting with the small going to the big max value, then always use less than or equal to here in this condition place. This variable less than the max value. So whatever the initialization, you will use some variable. That variable name you write here in the condition place, then use less than or equal to, then you write a max value. What is the max? 10, 15, 100, 50. What is the max value? So your initialization value will be small, 1 or 0 will be there. You are starting with 0 or you are starting with 1. That's the initialized value. 0 and 1 are what data types? What type of data? 0 or 1?
Integer.
Integer, right? Integer. So you declare int I equal to 1 or int I equal to 0. That's your initialization. You will use a local variable concept and you will declare. You will declare and assign a value. Then that I variable name you will use I less than or equal to or less than the max value give. Max value you can give here. Then you write the logical statements. Then use this. This is the variable you are updating. I plus plus you use or I minus minus use. So when you're putting from lower to max, you have to use plus plus operator always. If you want to reach from 1 to max value, every time you have to increment 1 by 1, right? Then only you can reach max value. Otherwise you cannot reach. That's why you need to use increment operator in the while loop body. Then when you can use this greater than and this minus minus. If you understand these points, then only you can write your code only. So when you can use less than and plus plus, when your initialized value is a small, and in the condition you are writing a max value after this I less than or equal to max value, that time you can use less than. That means ascending order. Ascending means what? Small to max you will move. That's ascending order means. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 10 or 100. That's a ascending order we call them. That max value you are giving here and minimum value you are giving in the initialization place. That time always use less than or equal to. Then in the body use your logic after, use finally increment operator for this variable. Increment operator only you have to use if you use less than and ascending order format. Increment only you have to use. Why you need to use increment? Why not decrement? Increment why you need to use it? Because you started with a less number and you have to reach max value. How can you reach? Every time one by one will add, then you can reach, right? Otherwise you cannot reach. That's why plus plus operator we are using. Suppose I started with a max value and I want to go to lowest value. My initialization itself 100. Then I want to reach till 1. How can you come 100 to 1 if you reduce one by one, right? So that time in the body use decrement, because your initialization is itself a bigger value, and in the condition place you have to use this variable, initialized variable, greater than or equal to the lowest value. Lowest value is 1. So whatever the lowest value, that lowest value you can use. So are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, Raman.
Yes.
So this is the two key points. If you remember, you won't get confusion here, whether I need to use a less than or equal to, or whether I need to use a greater than or equal to. So okay, if you make mistakes also no problem, but you execute line by line, then you will understand properly the code is executing or not. Okay, people will do mistakes here. Okay, so by mistake you have done here, lowest value you have taken, but again you're using a greater than symbol here, then it will fail, right? So I greater than 10 if you put, and that's I 1 greater than 10 false, right? Then doesn't come inside here. Like that you can execute, and then you will understand whether you have written a correct conditional operator or not, right? Based on that, if you execute only, will get. Let me show you how to execute that. If the while condition is true, then it will enter into the while body. Let's remember this point. Then execute the statements. Okay. Now the code. So this is the one. Code outside the loop. Code outside the loop. First checks the condition of the loop. While condition loop. If condition is true, the code inside the loop body will execute. And if the condition is false, it will terminate. It will come outside the loop. It won't go inside the while loop body. And if the true means, again it will go one more time. The value will update. So here the value will update, right? Here itself in the body itself we have a updation concept. You are using increment operator. Increment the I value. The I value will change to new value. After increment, it will get a new value. That new value, again it will check the condition. See that the execution I am showing you. Condition, then if it is true, the code will execute. You will get the new I value. Again it will go and then check the condition. If it is true, and execute the code and update the I value. Then go back, again check the condition, execute the body code and update the I value. Then every time you are getting a new I value, because plus plus is happening, right? Every time current I value will keep updating by 1, and then new value will get, new I value will get, new I value, and the condition you will check with the new I value. What is the condition, true or false? And then keep iterates till this condition becomes false. If this condition becomes false, then it will come out of that block. It won't go inside that while loop body. So that's the while loop. So By seeing the diagram, you can understand very easily. Otherwise, here I have given very detailedly. So I want to print from 1 to 10. Is this ascending order or descending order? I want to print 1 to 10. Is it ascending or descending order?
Ascending order.
Ascending order means what I told you points. First initialization value will be lowest value. What is the lowest value here?
1.
1. So 1, how can you declare in the variable format?
Integer.
Int I equal to 1. That's how you declare. So this is the how to declare first part. Second part, what I told you, this variable you take, and in the ascending order means then you have used which operator? Less than or equal to operator. Less than or equal to operator, not greater than. Less than or equal to operator use, and the max value, right? Max value is 10. So max value right here. So always I value I'm telling less than or equal to 10. That is my condition. If that is true, I'm saying print the I value every time. Then increment the I value. That's a code you need to execute in the while loop body. Now see that first. So I value execute this one. This code you execute. So first I value 1. 1 and 1 less than or equal to 10. 1 less than or equal to 10. True or false?
True, sir.
True. True, right? True means what I told you, the cursor will come inside the body. Now what is the first statement? Print statement. So I value 1. So current I value is 1. So 1 will print here. Then I am putting a comma also. So 1 after I am putting a comma. So comma also will print. So this statement is done. What is the next statement after print statement in the body?
I plus plus.
I plus plus is the next statement. I plus plus means what I told you, current I value will be updated. So 1
2
plus plus means plus 1. So I plus plus means 1 plus 1, 2. Now current I value is 2. Now it will go up and it will check the condition. Now current I value is 2, not 1. Now I value is updated to 2, not 1. Okay, catch that, because here is updated I value to 2. Now it will go condition place 2 less than or equal to 10. 2 less than or equal to 10. So what is the condition output? True or false?
True.
True. True means it will come inside, right?
True.
It will come inside. I value will print. First print statement only there in this for loop body. So print statement will execute 2. So 2 will execute. 2 will print. Then 2 after what is there? I put a comma. So comma also will print here. Then next statement, this one I plus 2. What is the current I value? 2, right? Now 2 plus 1. Plus plus means plus 1 will add. So current I value 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1. Now I value becomes 3. Then where it will go after updating? It will go to condition place.
Condition.
So now it will check. Write this right like this. Line by line you write. Put a this single line comment. Write all like this. Now the current I value is 3. Then check the condition every time. Check the condition. Come inside. Now 3 less than or equal to 10. True. Comes inside. Now I value currently 3. 3 will print. Comma will print. Now it goes to increment part. Now 3 plus plus. 3 plus plus means 3 plus 1. That is 4. You will get 4. Current I value now 4. So before it was 3. Now after execution of this line, the I value change it to 4. Now again go to condition. 4 less than or equal to 10. True. 4 less than or equal to 10. True. 4 less than or equal to 10. True. So then it will come inside current I value 4 and comma also will print. 4 will print. Now it comes to this line, and now current I value is 4. Plus plus means plus 1. 4 plus 1, 5. Now current I value change it to 5. Now again where it will go after getting a new I value? It will go to condition place. Now I value 5. 5 less than or equal to 10. That is true. Comes inside. 5 will print. Comma also will print. Then it will go to increment part. Now current I value is 5 and plus plus means plus 1. Now current I value becomes 6. Now latest I value is 6. Check the condition now again. 6 less than or equal to 10. That is true. Comes inside, I value will print 6 and then comma also will print. So this printed. Print statement will do print, right? Print will do. And then it will go to next line in the while loop body, that is current I value 6 and plus 1 means 6 plus 1 7. And 7 now updated value. 7 less than or equal to 10, true. Comes inside, 7 will print, comma will print. That's it. Next, I plus plus will execute. 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. Current I value is 8. Now 8 less than or equal to 10, true. So comes inside, current I value is 8. 8 will print and comma will print. Now comes into this increment operation line and current I value 8. 8 plus 1, 9. Now I value becomes 9. Again it will go to condition checking part. Control automatically go there when you get a new I value. And 9 less than or equal to 10, true. So comes inside the print statement. The for loop body inside it will come. Once the condition is true, directly comes into the while loop body. And 9 value will print, comma also will print. Then I value will increment here. 9 plus 1, 10. The current I value is 10. So it will go here. 10 less than 10. First checks 10 less than 10. False, right? Then what is the another one? Equal operator. That means 10 equal to 10. So currently I value 10. 10 less than 10 false. But one more option you have, equal. So that equality also you check it. First less than you check. If it is false, then equal operator also you check. That means 10 equal to 10. True, right? Then it will come inside. I value 10 will print, comma will print. Then I plus plus. So 10 plus 1, 11. Now current I value 11. Now it will go and check the condition. 11 less than or equal to 10. 11 less than 10, no, false. 11 equal to 10, no, false. So the condition becomes false. What will happen? It will exit entire while loop. It won't go inside the while loop body. This is the how at least complete iteration you write like this. You write like this. And this decrement part also you write like this. Then you will understand what is what. Note down in the paper. Right? Work on the paper or in the Eclipse, you work like this. You write your alone. Each and every iteration condition you check. Then only you will get, you will understand. If you are not writing directly or blindly or going, then later you won't understand. So write like this and you will understand, okay, what is happening. And if you are not doing this entire conditions, you're not checking, and it's going to problem. Okay, now exercise for you. Can you all write a code quickly and paste in the chat? So I want to print 10 to 1. Can you write the code? Same way, just write like this only. 10 to 1 I need to print. So this is a 1 to 10. So you understand 1 to 10, right? If you understand 1 to 10, and if you understand these statements, whatever I explained here, which one to use, if you understand, and even though if you use wrong one, greater than or less than, if you use wrong one also here, this program, the program what I am giving here, if you write a wrong also, you check like this, then you can catch easily in the first and second iteration itself. What I'm saying here, 10 to 1 you have to print, descending order you have to print. Then what are the points I told you? Remember, descending order means first your initialized value will be big value, right? Then in the condition, lowest value will come. Then what is the conditional operator will come there? Less than or equal to or greater than or equal to?
Greater than or equal.
Super. the greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to after small number you have to put, not bigger number, okay? Not bigger number. And then in the body, you will use a decrement operator or increment operator?
Decrement operator.
Decrement operator, right? How can you reduce 10 to 1 and a? Just small logic. How can you reach 10 to 1? If every time if you reduce 1 by 1 only, you can reduce, right? Otherwise you cannot reach 1, right? A decrement operator always. So write the code. The same passion you write and paste me in the chat. See that int j equal to 10 while j greater than or equal to 1. See that 10 greater than 1. Now j value currently 10. That's why 10 greater than 1. That is true. Comes inside. So 10 will print. 10 is printed. Now j minus minus. J minus minus. J minus minus means what is the j value currently? 10. 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1, 9. Current j value 9. So now this 10 will go from the j. 9 will update in the j. The same memory, madam. Now 9 will replace. So 10 will replace with 9. Latest value is 9. Not 10 won't be there. 10 will be removed from the j. 9 will come for the j. Now j value is 9, not 10. Now see that. What is the j value now? 9. So that's why 9 greater than 1. Next iteration 9 greater than 1. That is true. Comes inside 9 will print. Then it will come to j minus minus. Current j value is 9. 9 minus 1, 8. Now j value becomes 8, not 9. Every time j value is updating. That's what the decrement and increment operators will do. Now 8. Now go here. Go to the condition. Now what is the current j value? 8. 8 greater than 1. That is true. Comes inside 8 will print. And comma also will print. Let's see, that's what printed, 8 and comma. Then it will come to j minus minus. Now what is the j value? 8. 8 minus minus means 8 minus 1. Always minus minus means minus 1 only. Plus plus means plus 1 only. Plus plus means. And 8 minus 1, 7. Now j value is 7. Now go to the condition now. 7 greater than or equal to 1. True. Comes inside 7 will print, comma will print. And then 7 minus 1, that is 6. And goes there 6 greater than or equal to 1. True. Comes inside 6, comma will print. And 6 minus 1, that is 5. Again goes up 5 greater than or equal to 1. True. Comes inside 5 will print. Then 5 minus 1, that is 4. Now j value 4. 4 greater than or equal to 1. True. Comes inside 4 will print. Current j value 4. 4 will print. 4 and comma will print. And then 4 minus 1. J minus minus is current j value minus 1. Current j value is 4. 4 minus 1, 3. Now goes again. Now condition is 3 greater than or equal to 1. So true comes inside. The j value 3 will print, comma will print. Now it comes to second statement, j minus minus 3 minus 1, 2. And 2 greater than or equal to 1, that is true, comes inside, 2 will print. And 2 minus 1, 1. And 1 is the current j value. 1 greater than 1 is false, but 1 equal to 1 is true. Comes inside, j value 1 will print, comma will print. And now j minus minus 1 minus 1, that is 0. So 0 greater than or equal to 1, false. So it doesn't come inside. 0 won't print. When the condition false, it doesn't come inside. The latest value won't print. So that's the how you can execute these things. Refer this video one more time. Sri Lakshmi, you didn't understand. I can clearly